Good night, everyone. We are group number 6, and today we're going to introduce designing a collaborative final assessment. Next, please. Okay, for our project, we choose the educational level of students elementary, and the topic present perfect for life experiences. The skill for this project was writing performance, and the task was mini life scrapbook. Next, please. The learning objective for this project was by the end of the project, students will create a 120 and 150 personal paragraph about at least 5 experiences using the present perfect. And also A2 level vocabulary and correct grammar with at least 80% accuracy, demonstrating the ability to communicate personal experiences in writing.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about descriptions of the project. In this project, students work in pair to brainstorm and select 5 meaningful life experiences such as travel, hobbies, and family. Individually, each student gave by corresponding visual and wrote a 150 word paragraph about their experiences using the present perfect tense A2 level vocabulary. After completing the first draft, partner conduct a peer review section to check grammar has past participle, mechanics, and organization. They revise and they work based on the feedback received and create the final crackbook using Canva or as a handmade poster. The project concludes with a gallery walk where students present their scrapbook, read their classmate story, and provide positive writing feedback. This final activity encourage meaningful communications, collaboration, and reflections on their learning. Thank you.
Okay, good evening. I will explain the pedagogical design behind our project through questions. The first question is why is that authentic? Um, this mini live scrapbook project serves as a real world mirror. Outside the classroom, people continuously share their personal histories about travel, about sports, our achievements on social media and personal blogs. Therefore, we're moving completely beyond isolated classroom drills. Here, grammar functions as a tool for personal meaning. Students use present perfect tense because they have a genuine need to express their actual life and identity. The second question is how does it promote meaningful communication? It establishes a personal connection because the students select their own unique categories, such as their personal hobbies, travels, or food experiences. We also foster audience awareness because students are not just writing a paragraph for the teacher's grade. They write for their peers to read. This creates a natural information gap as classmates read about experience they didn't know someone else had, sparking authentic curiosity. The next slide, please. Okay. The next question is how does collaboration contribute to learning? Our design is heavily rooted in socio-constructivism, where learning occurs natural through peer interaction. By inventing a peer review stage, students act as active scaffolds for one another. They serve as evaluators and of each other's draft. This creates a low-stakes environment where learners receive safe, collaborative feedback before their final submissions, which significantly lowers their affective filter. The last question is how the selected skill writing assessment through the activity. And the skill is evaluated systematically across two main stages. We have a formative stage, which takes place during the drafting phase using the peer review checklist. This is followed by the summative product, where the final paragraph embedded within the scrapbook is graded. This law ensures the strict rubric alignment, where performance-based grading criteria directly measure if the students achieve the A2 learning objectives. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Now I will explain the task-specific instructional rubric designed for our authentic writing project. This rubric was carefully created to align with our learning objective rather than serving only as a grading tool. This supports them during the writing process and provides clear criteria for self-assessment, peer review, and teacher feedback. Our rubric evaluates only one language skill, writing, which is the focus of this project. The assessment is based on five essential criteria. The first criterion is present perfect accuracy, where students demonstrate correct use of the target grammar structure. The second criterion is content and task completion. The third criterion is organization and cohesion. The fourth criterion is A2 vocabulary, which evaluate the appropriate use of vocabulary expected for learners at A2 level. Finally, the fifth criterion is visual support, where students include drawings that clearly represent the experience described in their scrapbook. In addition, this rubric supports formative assessment because students use it to review their own work and provide constructive feedback to their classmates before submitting the final version. This process promotes reflection, collaboration, and continuous improvement throughout the activity. Now, I would like to hand over the presentation to my classmate. Yes.
Regarding this, the reflection explaining answers three questions. How the implementation went. At first, as I said before, the student had very confused attitude since she needed more details and more scaffolding for her to understand the whole length and the complexity of the situation. So, after some further explanation with more details, she could carry out the activity very well and without any complications. The second one is what the students achieved. She had and gained the knowledge, so she, by the end of the activity, was able to express her past activities using the past present perfect tense. So through this way, she could illustrate it and write it in very well and complex structure sentences on this tense. And the third one is what would you improve if you apply the project again? As a group, we consider that the project would be better if we had some changes, but the most important would be the change of the material since we consider the past experiences could have more detail, complexity, and creativity if they were done in a bigger material, since a poster or something bigger, even bigger. Yep. So that's all we could hear from here, and thank you very much for watching.